Harris said it best, you know, Coach, you got to schedule more games on Valentine's Day for Valentine. He's kind of thinks it's special, you know, and his mom thinks it's for him. It's not, but it was good that he played well. I'm a little disappointed in him because he's not rebounding as well. You know, he's got a good excuse for him. He's kind of guarding guards now a lot more than he used to when he was guarding inside, kind of wing guys, and because of that, I don't think he gets to the boards, but he showed he's one of the more complete players. His defense has been so much better. We even talked about putting him on Yogi because we didn't think we could cover Yogi. I think he's kind of become one of the greatest point guards in the whole country, and I don't know if we did a good job on him or if he just wasn't as involved. When he misses a couple free throws, maybe it's not his day, and we've been through that with our players too, but we beat a very good team today, and the way they played the first half, we didn't guard. They did. And they went through their stretch when they didn't guard, and we did, but they scored 40 points in the first 15 minutes of the game, and then after that, I think we did an unbelievable job. They started 26, so they got the last three 29 in the next 25 minutes, and I just thought our defense made our offense go. Zell found some great looks. We played a lot of that game without Forbes and Harris sitting on the bench. We got a lot out of our bench. The shame of the thing is I think we'll lose Kenny Goins. It looks like it might be a little meniscus. So that's frustrating, but give Marvin Clark credit. He came in and actually did a pretty good job under the circumstances. And all in all, unbelievable crowd, unbelievable game, and yet Indiana is a very good team. And I say that I was concerned about the game because I didn't know if we could cover the way they drive it and handle it. And whoever thought he felt, give him credit. I mean, he was, for a while, he was the best player on the floor. And so I give him a lot of credit too. But I give our team credit. We bounced back, you know. Zell got after it a little bit at halftime. We weren't very good in the first half. Even though we got the lead, I didn't think we were playing very, very well. And then the second half, I thought we played extremely well defensively, and that turned our defense into offense, and we scored. So, questions?
Tom, your favorite place in the world, Twitter, is going berserk about Denzel today being Valentine's Day. But where does he sit for you when you look around the country and Player of the Year at this point of the season?
That's an unfair question, but I'll give you my answer. It's somewhat prejudiced. I love Buddy Hield. I love him. He's not only is he a good player, not only is he a tough kid, but everything I hear about him. Tom is from the same area. I watched him handle losing at Kansas a couple weeks ago, and he seems like the most quality kid that we have in college basketball, to be honest with you. And so I'm a big fan of his. As far as though the versatility and be able to do everything. I mean, I don't think Valentine gets credit for his defense. Now, as all of you know, I'm the first to say that, you know, he was in a long line of shooting guards here over my career that would check campus to find someone they could guard early in his career, and he never found anybody. And then, you know, he got better at it. Everything we've asked that kid to get better at, he's gotten better at. He became a better shooter. He's become a little more disciplined with the ball. But he can guard people, so he can guard and rebound on one end, and he can pass and score on the other end. And I don't know anybody I've had that can do that as thoroughly as he does it. So put it this way, I think he deserves to be in the race, and I think the guy that's been everybody's favorite deserves to be there too, because hell of a kid, hell of a player. But this guy, I'm telling you, can do things. He was so poised. He was a little bit too unlike himself. You know, I don't know what it was the first 10 minutes of the game. I thought he was good, but he was just existing out there. And you know, we talked about it in the huddle, and he kind of changed and realized that he's really smart too. You know, and I don't know that. I don't know the other things about some of the other candidates, but if you can find a better all-around player on both ends of the court, that guy deserves it.
Tom, you talk about Costello playing some of his best ball and the emotion he has and the aggressiveness. You can kind of see it. How big is that for you right now?
Well, how many did he score the second half? You know? 12, 14. He needed to.
13 of his 22 in the second half.
Yeah, well, I don't know how he got those first ones early, because he wasn't very good early. I thought Bryant was kicking his butt, and so was Biefeld, to be honest with you. And he was posting too far out, and you know, we really talked about that at halftime, and so did Denzel talk to him about that. But you know, give guys credit. You know, seniors are supposed to come through in the senior year. What I was really looking forward to was the Yogi and Forbes matchup, two guys that have given 4 years to their universities, and really each one of them have grown. I mean, Yogi Ferrell's a hell of a player too. He didn't have as good a day, but he's a hell of a player. But we needed the other guys. Costello did step up, and Forbes struggled for a while, and then he stepped up. So our three seniors were the difference in the game, and you kind of hope that's the way it's supposed to be, especially this year when it seems like seniors have been doing a lot more for a lot of these teams. And we still have a long, long way to go, and now with another injury to a guy that we just guess it's par for the course. But at the same time, I think we learned something about our team today, that if we go inside, we can score in there. If we go inside, outside, we get a better chance to score. But if we defend and rebound, we get a better chance to run. And Costello started rebounding a little bit second half. I don't know what he ended up with, 11, so he did a little better job of that too. You know, in the first half, we had 1 offensive rebound, they had 9. They still ended up with 16. I mean, I give Tom a lot of credit. I mean, that's the way we used to play, and we didn't do as good a job of that, but he did.
Tom, over here. Tom, 2 minutes, nothing in the second half. You just give us an update. Tom.
Oh, I said we're gonna try to play him a little bit, and we did. And I think he wanted to turn into a shooter there for a minute, and we had talked to him about that. And not that we don't want him shooting ever, but we need to get him back. You know, he hadn't even practiced really for half a practice, so in a month, and it's still, he probably won't practice tomorrow or the next day, or very little. It's still gonna be, we're hoping we can get back to how it was in December. Painful, play, not practice as much, but still play. But it's not gonna be where he's practicing every day and playing. And that's not gonna happen. And if we get something out of him, 10 minutes a game, he's willing to do that for us.
Now, when you're down 10 and, as you say, not checking anybody and they're getting the loose balls, what turns that around? Does that happen in the huddle? Does that happen at halftime? Do you threaten them? What happens?
Some good huddles. And I just think they understood. We had made some substitutions, and some of those guys came in hungry. I guess that's where everybody says, you know, we have depth. And I said, yeah, but sometimes that depth, but today our depth is probably what won us the game. You know, those 3 guys played unbelievable, or 2 guys played unbelievable, but it was our depth. You know, it was Ellis coming in and doing something. It was, you know, Marv was really good. You know, what he helped us with, and we didn't get as much out of Didi. You know, I thought he's got to turn that motor on. That motor was just idling today, and so you know, I think he realized that at halftime he'll get better.
Tom, you mentioned a meniscus going. Is that a sure thing? Meniscus?
No, I have no idea. No idea that you know. So why did I say it? Because they told me, and you know, I don't hide many things. So that's what I heard. I heard that they're a little worried about his meniscus. He didn't even come. Did he even come back out? I didn't even see him. If he did, it was on crutches, I'm sure, because I saw him on crutches after. It's just a shame, because he has been playing good, but I don't know. You know, go a week and a half without an injury, it's probably not normal. So.
Tommy, you mentioned Marv, and you needed the bigs in the post with Goins out. Can you talk a little about what you need from him moving forward, depending on what's going on with Kenny?
Well, he brings one thing that we thought from day one, you know, from last summer. He's a pick and pop guy. He can shoot a 3. He's athletic as the day is long. He can guard people. And we left him in too long a couple times, and he gave up a 3 because I think he was dead tired. He hasn't played in a long time. But, you know, the other guy that I didn't give much credit to, and he only played 10 minutes, but I thought Schilling did a great job. And he got in foul trouble in the first half, and we took him out, and then but I thought he did a good job guarding, because our other guys didn't guard very well. You know, you guys are like, you're like everybody else, you know. Everybody loves offense, so Matt played pretty good offensively, but I wouldn't say he getting the defensive play of the day. I know that. So he's got to get proven that area. And I thought Gavin gave us some of that. So we had a lot of guys that chipped in. Marv is very important to us because we said at the beginning of the year we thought he'd be our starting foreman.
Tom, a little bit more